Hello everyone, good morning. I don't know if you can all hear me. If you can hear me, please just unmute yourself and let me know that you can hear me, or you type it in the chat section. Let me know you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll start in a very few minutes, like 10 minutes after 10. Let's just wait for more people to join in so that we would not go back to reiterate things that we said before. By the way, my name is Abiola Olatunde. I'm going to be a moderator for this morning's session. I hope you are all excited to hear my voice. I know you guys have been hearing a feminine voice for the past 4 days, and 3 days rather. So I'll be anchoring today's session, both this morning's session and the evening session. So if you have friends that are supposed to have joined this meeting this morning, I'd like you to, reach out to them, let them just notify them that the meeting has started. This morning's class has started. Let's reach out to them, please. All right. So it's 10 minutes past then, and I think quite a number of people have joined in. So I think it's just best that we start because this class is actually recorded. We cannot wait for long such that people would eventually join. So this morning is going to be a very exciting one. We are going to be taking the class on financial management. We have had series of classes that have been so inciting for us. We've had class on vision casting, we've had class on self-leadership. Now, all these things without you having a very good financial management skill would eventually not really make sense at the end of the day. Why? Because regardless of how much of the skill, leadership skill you have, regardless of the vision that you are casting, regardless of how much you've written your vision down and you are making it plain. If you cannot manage your finance very well, at the end of the day, the vision is eventually going to, you know, dwindle. And that's not what you want for the kind of vision that God has given to each and every one of us. So this morning I would be welcoming our facilitator. I'd like to read a brief about her. Her name is Joy OLAJIDE. Um, Joy OLAJIDE INIOLUWA is a graduate of microbiology from the University of Ilorin, but works as a highly motivated digital marketer and social entrepreneur dedicated to driving global change and creating positive impact. With a deep passion for leveraging the power of digital technology, Joy utilizes her expertise to create meaningful connection and guide youth on how to harness their digital skill and monetize their knowledge. So this morning, I would like us to, welcome on board Joy OLAJIDE as she, take us deep into the financial world, how much you can manage our finances. Joy OLAJIDE, you have the mic.
Okay, all right. Good morning, everyone. Please, can you see me? Can you hear me? If you can, please, I would like you to put it in the chat room. If you can see me and you can hear me. So I was trying to get better lightning, but it seems my lightning is not working right now. Please let me know if you can see me and you can hear me. You can just put that in the chat room. Great. So, okay, welcome everyone. Good morning. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to appreciate the. Okay, thank you so much for that response. So, first of all, I would like to appreciate the authority of the Young Leaders Academy for bringing me on board here to speak to you tonight. I would like to thank I would like to thank my pastor and mentor, PT Hay, for this opportunity to be here this morning to speak to everyone. So, little introduction have been done. My name is INIOLUWA OLAJIDE, and I'm here to speak on financial management. So, and I'm going to be saying quite a lot of things this morning, which is going to help you. I mean, especially if you're one that is looking into increasing your income. So because now, as young leaders, if you don't have money, I know we've been learning a lot, right, since the beginning of this conference, but there are a lot of things that if you don't have money to do them, those ideas will still remain ideas, right? So let's say, for example, I have an idea that is going to help my community. I am a leader. I have an idea. Let's say there's this particular idea I have, and I'm like, okay, I want to put it out, probably at my NGO or do anything. So let me tell you, if you don't have money to bring out those ideas, if you don't have money to do them, you don't have any source of income, it will be so hard for you, right, to be able to do whatever you want to do. So money plays an important role in whatever thing we're doing as a leader. And that is why there is no way we can bring out there is no way we can put aside financial management in one of the characteristics that a leader should have. So it's one of the most important things that you should be very, very concerned about. Now, you cannot say you're a leader and then you are like, you don't, probably one of your mentees or anybody, you need money to do something, you don't have any money, you don't have anything. So you need to be very concerned about your finances as a leader. It's one of the most important things that you need to be concerned about, which is what we're going to be learning tonight. So thank you so much once again for giving me this opportunity to be here this morning. I'm going to be talking about financial management. So what do we mean by financial management? I'm not going to be giving us all those big grammars and all those things. So what I'll just break it down into the simple definition of financial management is how you are able to raise money and manage money. How can you be able to raise money and manage money? So now, like I said, you have to be very concerned about your finances, because we know that there are lots of there are a lot of misconceptions about money, but of course we also know that money is needed in anything you are doing. You need money. If you're like, oh, I want to achieve it without finances and all, if you cannot raise it for yourself, definitely people are still going to raise it for you. So how can you be able to raise money, and how can you be able to manage money? How can you be able to manage your finances? That is what we are going to be learning tonight. So first of all, I am going to be talking about the importance of setting clear and financial goals. So one of the things, most of the things I'm going to be talking about tonight, I'm going to be relating it a lot to my story and also to the story of people that are around me, people that, because I come in contact with people online every day. So now the first thing is you have to set clear and financial goals. If you know, as a leader, one of the major things that is very important is you setting clear and financial goals. You have to be able to say that these are the things I want to achieve. Money is needed. So once you understand that, yes, you have the mindset that, yes, I need money to be able to do whatever I want to do, then you have to set a goal. I cannot even overemphasize you setting a goal. It is very, very important. You have to set a goal that, okay, in the next 6 months to 1 year, this is the amount I want to be able to make. This is the kind of income I want to be able to make. You have to be able to tell yourself that, okay, this is what I want to achieve. This is the kind of income that I am positioning myself to do. So you have to set clear financial goals. So it's not just about, oh, I just want to make not just about you just saying, I shall want to make money, I want to make money. No, tell yourself, in the next 6 months, I want to be able to make at least 100,000 naira. I want to be able to make at least 200,000. I want to be able to make at least 300,000. So those are the things. By the time you have these set goals that, okay, this is the kind of amount I want to be able to make. This is the kind of work I want to do. Because apart from setting your goals, I'm going to talk about that, right? So, but the thing is, most of us in Nigeria, we actually have limited beliefs, lots of limiting beliefs, and especially from people from the side where I grew up, because where I grew up from, everybody's just like, oh, we already have there's an old school way to succeed, right? We have the old school way to succeed and make money, and we have the new school way to succeed and make money. So what do I mean by the old school way to succeed and make money? In our parents' era, for you to make money, for you to have finances, for you to have very good finances, what they'll tell you is that, what? Go to school, come out with a very good degree, have first class, get a job, get a well-paying job, and then you're financially free for life. But that is the old school way, right? So if you are following with what is happening, this is 21st century, this is 2023. If you are following with what is happening, yeah, that way still works. It still works, but that is the old school way to actually get your finance running and make so much money for yourself. Now we have new school way. Although our parents now, the older generation, will be like, okay, you people just want to jump. You don't want to go through the process of going to school, working for 30 years, get your this thing before you are able to make money, before you are able to do this, before you're able to do that. Great. But now there's a new school way of achieving great finances, becoming financially free. And that is the new way of you learning skills, not just by going to, of course, school is very important, right? But it is not just by going to school anymore. For you to be financially free, for you to have good financial management, it is not just by saying, oh, I want to go to school, I want to do that. No, right now, if you're even looking for a job, they will ask you, what do you bring to the table? What other skill are you bringing? It's not just about, I had first class in my school, I did this, I did that. No, it is also about what exactly are you capable of? What skill do you have? What are you offering me that will set you aside from the other people looking for the job? So now that is to tell you that there is a new way of having financial management, of having your finances set up and rolling. It is not just by going to school. Of course, there are lots of skills which you need to learn also. So you need to understand that don't go with the old way. Don't go with the old way. At this point in life, it is not just about old way of you going to school. It is also about you learning certain skills that are going to help you. So like I said, number one, make sure you're setting clear and financial goals. Setting clear and financial goals for yourself that, oh, I want to learn this particular thing. I want to learn this particular skill, which I can monetize and be able to make so amount of money from it by the end of 2023 or by the first quarter in 2024. So it's all about you knowing exactly what you want to achieve. I sit down every day and I tell myself, this is what I want to do in the next 6 months. Right now, I'm learning a skill and I'm like, I've not even announced that, oh, I'm this, I'm that. No, but I know that I'm taking my time to go through it. And I know that by the time is, and I've told myself in the next 6 months, I'm going to bury my head into this skill so that by the time 6 months is up, I'll be able to say that, okay, this is the particular thing that I've been able to achieve. So it's more about you knowing what exactly you want to achieve. Two, you have to budget and track your expenses. So one thing is, let me talk about after you set up your financial goals, you know exactly what you want to achieve, you know the amount of money you want to make. Now, the next thing is you have to break it down into bits. Break it down into bits. What exactly are you going to do to achieve so amount of money? What exactly are you going to do to be able to set up yourself financially? So it's not just about, oh, I want to make 500k and you don't even have any sort of income, you don't have anything, you're not ready to learn, you're not ready to do anything, then trust me, you're going to have issues. So it's also about, yes, I am a leader, I have set this goal, I want to be able to make so much, I want to make this a particular amount of money, but how do you want to make it, right? We are going to break it down. So this is it. Let's say I want to learn a particular skill. This is the skill that I want to learn. I'm going to devote 6 months of my time into learning this thing to be able to create an income for myself. Now, from this income for myself, I want to break it down. Okay, let's say, for example, I want to learn web development. Let's say you want to go into tech, you want to learn web design, web development. Now, I can tell myself I want to devote this particular month into this set of months into learning. And when I learn, create my portfolio, reach out to people, and all those things. So that is how you set your goals. And that is how you know that, okay, you're already breaking it down bit by bit to know the first step of action that you are going to take. So, and this, as a leader, every money you have has to be budgeted. Note this now, every money you have has to be budgeted. It's not just about, oh, I have so amount of money in my account, and then you cannot even budget. Because a lot of us, I had that same issue, but I think in my 2022, when I started an online business, I was making so much money from it. But I made a mistake then. Every money I was making, I was just spending. These bills will come. And the funniest thing is when you start making money, when you start getting some income, bills, the more your income is rising, the more bills on your head are also rising. So you need to understand that as a leader, that every money that you have to set it up, like you have to budget for it. So it is every money, like you cannot just say, oh, this money, just spend it anyhow. No, you need to make sure that you have your finances budgeted, because that will even help you. Because when you have projects on your hand, when you have projects in your hand that you want to do, this financial management will really help you. Because if you have a project now and probably you are able to raise like 500,000 naira for that project, or let's say you're able to raise 7 figures for that project. Now, you have to be able to budget well, right? To be able to use that money well and not just spend it anyhow. So understand that the more income you have, the more bills. Right now, if you are making 20,000 naira in a month, let me tell you, if your income increases to 50,000 naira, know that your bills will increase to 70,000. You will just look at it. I was not making up to this before now, so how was I able to survive? That's to tell you that the more income you make, the more bills that you are going to have, because definitely your standard of living will start to change small. When you were having just 50,000 naira in your account, and the kind of things you are going to buy is not the kind of things you buy when you have 100k in your account, right? So that is it. You need to be able to budget. You need to be able to track your expenses. That, okay, this is the amount of money I want to be spending. Because that way, if you're making money and you're not able to save, you're not able to do anything, you are definitely going to have issues, right? So that is one thing. You need to budget. You need to track your expenses. I remember that earlier this year, I had some issues financially. My business went down. kind of since January. And then that period when everything was down, I looked at myself. I've been doing business since 2021 and I have made so much money from it. But then I looked at myself, how much, like, where is the money? Where did the money go? I sat down one day, calculated everything. Like, where did this money go? So at that point, I knew that I was so reckless about my finances. I knew that no, it is a no, no, no. I have been so reckless about it because at one time when you already start increasing your income, when your income is coming in, and then at that point there'll be something that will like, oh yeah, let's spend this, let's do this, let's do that. Then before you know it, the whole thing will finish, and then you might feel like, oh, you're still making money, you're still getting income, but by the time an issue will come up and you need more money, that's when you realize that, oh, I have really been reckless with my finances. So don't make that mistake. Make sure that every money you earn is being budgeted. Every income that you spend, you are tracking it. Have an income for yourself that, okay, every month, this is the amount of money I want to spend. I know that the country is not supporting that with the way things are getting more expensive. But trust me, if you have your finances being tracked, there are a lot of apps to help you. If you have your finances being tracked, trust me, you'll be able to save more, you'll be able to do more with that. So you have to understand income. There are different sources of income. So because one thing is, if I start to talk about financial management, go and do investing, go and do this, go and do that. The major thing is, where is the money? Where will the money come from? I know at this point I have talked about, okay, you have to track your finances, you have to track all these things, but also where will the money come from? Now, I know some of you might be like, oh, I want to be a leader. Like, I'm a leader. I want to do a lot of things. I'm sure a lot of us have big ideas in our head. We have lots of things we want to do. But then we're like, where's the money? Where's the money to do this? Because, of course, if you want to do any project now, especially in Nigeria, you need money to finance it. So how can you actually increase your income? And if you're looking at me and you're like, okay, my salary is not enough, I want to do something to be able to increase my income, what exactly can I do? So now you need to understand income. How is money being made? That is what I'm going to discuss right now. How exactly is money being made? How exactly can you make money? That even if at a point of your life you decide you are at a point that you don't have any money, there are some days that I will wake up and I'll be like, I'll look at my account. I'll look at one of my accounts when I put just regular money. I'll be like, okay, there's no money in this account. What exactly can I do before the end of today that is going to make sure that money drops into that account and I'm earning every day? So that is something you need to be able to. That's something you need to be able to do yourself also. Know that there is a way to which money is being made. So, and how is money being made? I am going to be discussing that right now. Money is being given as a report to value. Money is being given as a result to value. Now, what do I mean by this? You cannot say that you want to make money and you have nothing to offer to people. No. If you don't have anything to offer to people, nobody will give you their money, right? So because every money you want to make right now is in somebody's hand. So for you to make money, you have to know that you need to be able to offer something in return for that money. So understand that if you know that you want to increase your income, then it's either you do what? Get an high income skill. It's either you learn a skill which you're going to offer to people in results money, right? You're going to offer it to them as a service and then they pay you for your service. That means you have a skill, you offer it as a service, they pay you for it, or you start a business. So those are the major two ways for you to know that, okay, I want to sit down apart from my salary, apart from whatever I'm doing as a student, I want to be able to create income for myself. These are the major two ways: start a business or you learn a skill. Now, learning a skill will take time, of course. Takes time, like 6 months, 3 months, at least 3 months that you are going to use to learn a skill, whether it's a digital skill or a physical skill. At least you have to use 3 months in it, right, to learn. So, but that's something that by the time you learn it and you're good, you're able to offer it to people, you're able to offer value to people, and then they give you money in exchange for it. Or you offer it, you start a business. Starting a business is what? You selling. So you can buy stuff, sell at a higher price, and then people pay you for it. So these are major ways that which you can be able to increase your income. But now there are side hustles to start. Of course, there are lots of side hustles to start. There are lots of I mean, for skills, there are lots of side hustles to start skills, and there are also lots of side hustles to start as business. Let's say, for example, for skills, you can learn video content creation. Content creation now, right now, is one of the best. Is one of the best skills that is really, really booming right now. You just see people just get a good phone, you see them just get a good phone, stand in front of the camera, record videos, and then before you know, people start liking the videos, they start following up on them and all those things. Before you know, influencer, they're collecting influencing gigs and all those things. So that's also a skill. It's not just, and the funniest thing is about all these things, it's more about you just being ready to learn. You don't have to be a guru, you don't have to be a total master of it. It just takes like your first step to be ready to learn how it works. So there are a lot of skills you can learn: video content creation, you can learn graphics design, you can learn, I'm talking about online one, you can learn graphics design, you can learn you can start digital marketing. I do digital marketing. So digital marketing, you can learn how to run adverts, you can do copywriting. So these are different skills. You can go online and search more for all these things I'm saying. So these are different skills that you can learn apart from your school, apart from what you're doing, apart from your job. These are other things that you can learn and offer to people as a service. You can learn technical writing. You can learn if you're going into tech, there are lots of tech skills, right? The coding ones and the non-code. So there is content writing, there is no code there. Project management, there is no code there. Product management, there is no code there. For those that are like, oh, I don't want to do anything coding. I don't like coding, so I don't even like mathematics at all. So there are a lot of things that you can actually do that you can learn, get to know more about it. And trust me, there are lots of online courses for you to start. So you cannot even say that, oh, it's because of money I did not start. There are free online courses. Go on Coursera, go just search online. There are lots and lots of these things that you can use. So it is more about you learning and what you are able to offer to people. Because by the time you learn, you're good in it and you offer it out to people, people are definitely going to pay for it. So you have lots of physical skills. I'm not going to talk about physical skills because we know them already now: hairdressing, fashion designing, photography, and all those things. So you know about them. So when we talk about business, we have two types of business, right? We also have the online business and the physical business. So you know the physical business already. Maybe you selling clothes, selling shoes, selling different things. And online business is you selling online, just like the entirety of digital marketing. It can be e-commerce, that means bringing in products from outside to the country and selling them at a higher rate. So we have e-commerce, we have drop shipping, we have affiliate marketing, and so many others like that. So these are also businesses that you can start to be able to increase your income. Because one thing is, if you're a leader and you don't have a skill to offer to people, or you don't have exactly what you're doing to create income for yourself, then I don't know how else you want to raise money, because you cannot just sit down and expect that money is going to come and meet you. You have to be able to do something. You have to be able to do something that others will see that, oh, this person is doing this thing, and then I am going to patronize, and you make money from it. So you have to understand how money works. Money is a result of value, is a result of you give something in exchange and you make money from it. So there are strategies to increase your income. As a leader, there are strategies to increase your income. So like I said, for you to increase your income, you have to make sure that you have something to give in exchange for money. It might be your knowledge. You can create an online course. It can be your knowledge. Now, many people don't know about this. Lots of people are not doing it. But the littlest thing that you know, people don't know it. That is something you should understand. The littlest thing that you know, lots of people outside don't know about it. And you can offer it to them. You can offer it to them, monetize your knowledge. For me now, I'm so good in that. Once I know something, and I might not be the guru, and I might not be a guru in it, but once I know something and I know this thing, the next thing is I try to monetize it as fast as I can, because that is one thing. A lot of people don't want to learn things. They don't want to take their time to learn. They don't want to go to the internet to search out things. And if I can do that for myself and then learn something, be very good in that particular skill, I'm going to monetize it. So these are part of the strategies for you to increase your income. Monetize your knowledge. You know that you are good in something. You know you know how to do something. But then you might be scared that, oh, who is going to pay to learn? Who wants to learn this thing? Are you sure people don't know about it? No, that is a very, very wrong notion to have. People, not everybody knows what you know. So be ready. Know that you need to monetize your knowledge. Also, that is another way to increase your income. So let me give you an example of this monetizing knowledge, not just talk. So I said recently, I gained weight in, like, let's say last year to this year. I gained lots of weight because I was at home throughout. I wasn't going anywhere. I think my weight increased from like 50 to 69. And then because of that, I looked so chubby and everything. So this year around June, I decided to like work on myself and just lose a little bit of weight and all. So I went online, searched out for so many videos. I watched so many videos. I learned a lot online. I made sure that I was following people's work, people that have done it themselves without going to the gym, because I didn't want to go to the gym. So I did all these things and then I put it to action, and I lost like 9 to 10 kg in just 30 days, in 1 month. And when people saw the transformation, they were like, how? Wow, how did you do it? And all these things. So at that point, I knew that this is one knowledge. Now, this thing, the funniest thing is, I did not pay to learn all these things. I learned it from online. This same internet that everybody has access to, that was where I learned it from. But people don't want to learn things for themselves. They want people to go and learn it and they come and be teaching them. So that is another way you can do things. Learn exactly how to do particular things and then monetize it. So what I did, I have learned it for myself. I had the results at that to show that, oh, I actually know what I'm talking about. And then I organized the class, did it, monetized my knowledge, and in less than 24 to 48 hours, I made nothing less than 100,000 naira from that simple knowledge that everybody has access to on the internet. I also gain access to all these things on the internet, not like I paid for anything. I just watched so many videos. So that is another thing. You need to be able to monetize your knowledge. The simplest thing you know, people will pay you for it. The simplest thing you know, people will pay you for it. So you have to know that you also have to increase your knowledge to be able to monetize it. So that's another strategy for you to increase your income. So now that I've talked about different ways for you to increase your income, I have talked about you having a business. I've talked about you having a skill. I have talked about you monetizing your knowledge. Now I am going to be talking about saving and investing. So by the time you make income, by the time you have this income, you have it all sorted out, you've started a business, it's bringing in income for you, you've monetized your knowledge, you gained some money, or you started a side also, or probably you have a skill, you've monetized it, you've made money from it. So what exactly are you going to do? Like I told you, the more income you make, the more your bills increase. So make sure that if you know that your income, if you increase by 5K, your bills might even pass that 5K that month that your income increase. So you have to make sure that you are keeping yourself in check, and keeping yourself in check will help you save. So you already know, if I'm spending 20,000 naira normally in a month, then you know that, okay, the next month your income, if your income increases to about 40,000 naira, you know that you are not supposed to spend more than 25, then just a little increase to what you were spending before. So, but you know, youth nowadays, when money they come, you just spend everything on things that are not so, and at the end of the day, you find out that most of the things you spend the money on are not things that's necessary. So you need to understand the concept of necessity and need. Like, you need to understand things that actually need and things that you actually want, because there's a difference between needs and wants. As a leader, you need to understand that okay, I need this thing is different from I want this thing. There's a difference. So make sure you understand the difference between this is something I want. You know your needs are things you should attend to, but your wants are things you can attend to at any time, not a necessity at that point. So saving is very important when you are creating an income for yourself. Save. And then the next thing is investing. Now, investing, as little as you have, as a young leader, you should start investing for the future, right? You should start investing for, you can start with real estate. There are a lot of lands that you can get. I think there are some companies that even offer student package and all these things that you can pay little by little by little by little. So you can start with real estate, or you can start with investing. So you can invest in stocks, invest in bonds, or the way what me I actually do is I save and I invest, but I invest in dollars and I save in dollars, which means that dollar is the most one of the most stable currency in the whole world, and naira is just rubbish. Sorry about that, but naira is just you know what is happening, right? I know it has come down since the day before yesterday, but I won't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow and we hear it's already 1,500. That is how it is. So, but what I do is majorly, apart from also real estate that you can invest in, you can also start investing in dollars. That means changing your naira to dollar. So you can have a dollar account. How you can do this? There are different ways to do this. You can go to your bank, tell them you want to open a dollar account. When you open the dollar account, that is the money you have. Probably you have like 100K. You want to be able to keep that 100K so that even if inflation happens, it's not going to affect you. So what you just do is you go to the bank, change it to dollar, and have it in your dollar account, so that even if tomorrow, probably you can buy the dollar now. You can buy the dollar now at maybe, I think it's around around 850 right now. So if you buy it around 850, we can wake up tomorrow and $1 is 1,500. So you have gained a lot. Or you hear that tomorrow it is 980, it is 1,000. So you have gained, right? So you are pushing against inflation also. So that is another way, because if you keep your money in naira, let me tell you the truth. If you keep your money in naira, you are not being serious with your finances, because you can wake up tomorrow and then that money, if you keep 500K today, you can wake up tomorrow and that 500K is already 450. So that is something you need to understand also, that in investing, I know these things might look like it means to you, but at this point I'm just telling you that if you want to save and you've saved to a particular amount, it is best to divert that amount, divert it to either dollar. There are lots of apps. I think PiggyVest also allows you. There's a flex dollar part in PiggyVest, which you can also buy dollar and keep there. So by the time you want to change it, of course, if dollar have increased, you get your money back at an increased rate than the rate you bought it. So another way, there are crypto, Binance, and all these things, but I'm not going to talk about those ones though. So, but there are different ways in which you can save your money in dollars, because keeping it in naira is really not advisable at this point. So now that we've talked about saving and investing, because don't just say, oh, I have 100K in my account now, I have 200K in my account. Make sure you are using it for something. If saving is needed, of course, before you do something, you have to save. But when you save that money to a particular amount, it's either use it to start a business that is going to increase your income, use it to learn a skill, or just save it in a good currency. Save it with a very, very good, stable currency that you will not have issues with when inflation happens. So rather than keeping it in your account as a leader. So that is that. Now, you have to make sure that you have good financial decision making. You are making good finances and all. The dollar account, no, it's not an app. It's not an app. You go to your bank. It's not an app. It's like your normal naira account. You have naira account, you have dollar account. So if you go to the bank, I use Access Bank and GT. So, and both of them have dollar accounts. You just go to the bank, tell them you want to open a dollar account. They will open it, but they will require you put some dollars in there. So you can just try to change your money to dollar and then put it. So what about PiggyVest? Oh, PiggyVest. Yeah, PiggyVest is an app, right? PiggyVest is an app. So they have flex dollar accounts there where you can buy dollar and then save it in the flex dollar app. So that's that. So now you have to make sure that you're making good financial decisions for yourself. And part of the ways to make good financial decisions is you knowing that you have to save, you have to increase your income, you have to make sure that you are doing things to increase your income. 2, you have to save, and 3, you have to invest. These are the 3 ways for you to make good financial decisions. Number 1, work on increasing your income, and I've explained how to do that. It's either you set your clear goals, right? That's the first thing I said. Set your clear goals of what you want to achieve. Then 2, work on increasing your income. That is either you starting a business, you doing a side also, you learning a skill and monetizing it. And that skill is very, very important because it's going to help you, right? Now, the 3rd one is you saving and you investing. Save and invest. Make sure that you are doing that. It will really, really help you in the future. And 4, make good financial decisions. Make good financial decisions. Now, have an entrepreneur mindset. I know lots of us, we're all brought up with the mindset of just working for people and all. But even if you are working for people, still develop an entrepreneur mindset. Make sure that you are reading books, financial books, books that will really help you enlarge your mind to see how money is being moved, how money is being made, how you can increase your income, how you can be a better person in your finances, how you can get great financial income. So now you have to work on your entrepreneurial mindset. Now, if you are needing entrepreneurial mindset, if you are needing let's say you're an entrepreneur, you want to start a business and something, there are a lot of things that you need to put in place. Your creativity has to be there. You have to be creative. You cannot just come and then just offer any kind of product to the market and you're saying, I'm not selling. No, of course, you have to make sure that you have creativity. You are bringing in, is either you're bringing in something new to the market, or you are bringing in an improved version of a product to the market. This is, I'm telling you, is actually a business class on its own. So that is something for those of us that we are going into, we are entrepreneurs and then you are producing products, you are putting in things out to the market. You have to be very creative, very creative. If I want to start making t-shirts right now and I want to start selling t-shirts, I know that there are lots of people. If I say I want to be the best, the highest, the biggest t-shirt seller in the whole of Nigeria, I know there are lots of people that are already big in that industry. But now, since that industry, there's a product already, right, that does that. Now, what I can do is I'll have to be creative in bringing out an improved version of that product. Make sure that you are bringing out an improved version, because if you are bringing out the same thing that other people are bringing out, then it's like there's no way people can look at you or look at your product. So that way, be like, oh, I'm not making sales, I'm not doing that. No, your product, whatever you're bringing out, if you're really serious about doing business as a leader, you are serious about creating solutions to problem, because that is how money is being made. You have to make sure that you are creating a solution to problem. If people are having the problem of, oh, that is how things are being done. Like we once had problem of light, right, in Nigeria, and somebody brought about this solar of a thing. Somebody brought about solar fridge. There are lots of solar equipment right now. Now that is a solution to a problem. So you also understand that, like I said it's a result of value, right? Two, money comes as a solution when you offer solution to problem. When people are, you look around, you have to look around you. What problem are people having right now? That is another way for you to know the exact kind of business, the exact kind of thing you should go into. Look around you. What problem are people having around me right now? You can stay in a place whereby probably the cleaning ability in that community is not that good. You can look for people to join you and be like, okay, we'll clean up this thing and you pay us this amount of money. You can start a laundry business. You can start, there are so many things that you can start. So that is one thing. You have to look around you and say, okay, what problem am I seeing around me which I can be able to solve? And trust me, by the time you have your solution and then you put in the work to learn impacts and everything, how you can put together that solution, you will be able to bring out a product to the market which people are going to pay you for. And trust me, even if you want to go on a global scale, what they will ask you is, what solution are you offering? So as a leader, you need to be thinking about solutions. Think about solutions. What problem is around and how can I bring out solutions to it? It is not just about, oh, I want to make money, I want to do that. No, you have to make sure that you're working on your mindset to discover problems around you. You see, the people that are actually making so much, the people that are actually achieving lots, are those people that are able to see the problems. For me now, what I did is I looked around me, I said, okay, I noticed that lots of people around me don't have access to information about, okay, finance and all, how to increase their income and all. And I said, okay, let me start teaching people how to do it. At least I'm taking my time to learn this thing. Don't let me, I should not keep this information to myself, right? I can pitch it out to people, teach them, and monetize it. And I'm making money from it, right? So because most times I just monetize my knowledge and get my income from that. So that is something. I recognize a problem profiled a solution to it, and I pitched out the solution. So that is it. Even when you want to start a business, you want to have an NGO, you want to do anything, you want to go on a global scale, you want to be able to be recognized by global institutions, you have to make sure that whatever you are doing is serving as a solution to a particular problem. So ask yourself, what problem do I have around me, and what kind of solution can I offer to it? And trust me, if you can offer a solution to a product, it will be easier for you to command money and make money from it. So at this point, I am going to be ending this my little talk, my little knowledge that I have shared here, with the fact that as a leader, you need to invest in yourself. It is very, very important. Invest in yourself. Never be afraid to pay for knowledge. Never be afraid to pay for knowledge. Pay for mentorship, pay for classes. I had that an advanced leadership class, right? After this basic leadership class. Look at all the value you have gotten in this basic leadership class. So you know that there is more and more coming in the advanced, because of course, the best things are kept for the end. So you should know that you've been here to something that you can, and you've learned a lot, right? You've learned a lot from the basic leadership class. So you know that what you are also going to be getting in the advanced is far more greater than what you have learned here. So as a leader, never be afraid to pay for knowledge. Once you know that something is going to help you, it's going to give you access to people that you ordinarily do not have access to. Once you know that, because that's one of my secrets. Lots of people used to ask me, how did you get to meet this person? How do you know this person? How have you achieved this thing? I said, I pay for access. I pay. If it's about finding how to get access, once I know that this person has a paid something, I know that no matter, no money is too small, too big for you to be able to pay to learn from people that have gone ahead of you. So that is something. As a young leader, if you are listening to me right now and you are like, oh, I don't even know if I'm going to register for the advanced leadership course, I'm sure that with all that said today, paying for knowledge, you getting access to opportunities that you will not ordinarily not be able to get access to. Trust me, that is something that works a lot. As a young leader, make sure that you are getting mentorship. Make sure that you are ready to learn from people that have gone ahead of you. That is another cheat code to succeed, even financially as a leader. Pay to learn from people that have gone ahead of you, and pay to learn to get access to people. Pay to learn to get access to communities, pay to learn to get access to networks. And trust me, by the time you put all this into what you're doing, you are definitely going to get results. So at this point, I'm going to end my class, and I'll see. Thank you so much for bringing me on board. I'm done. Hey, please mute your mic. Oh, we can hear somebody's.
All right. INIOLUWA, Joy OLAJIDE, thank you so much for this amazing session. You know, I'm sure that not just myself, but every other person on this platform this morning, you know, we have been blessed. You know, if you are, you know, we have been blessed so much. And I would like to ask this question from every one of us. You can type it in the, you know, in the chat box and let us know how much of a blessing she has been to you. Just type it. Just say thank you so much for blessing us this morning based on understanding financial management. Right. So before we move on, right, I would like to celebrate one of our leaders in our midst. He's one of the senior pastors in RCCG, Pastor Richard Adeboye. You know, let's just say thank you, Pastor, for joining us. He has been with us for the past 3 days since we started. Thank you so much for joining us, Pastor. It's a very, very huge privilege to have you in our midst. Thank you so much. All right. It's time to take questions from us. We'll be giving room to every one of us to ask Joy OLAJIDE questions. I want your questions to start coming in. We are looking at the chat box now, so please let your questions start coming in. Financial questions, she's available to take your questions. And like she has said, there is no amount of money that is too much to pay for you to acquire knowledge. All right, so I can see a question. What other areas can I invest in aside from land and dollar? And the second question is, how can I buy shares? So I yield the mic to our facilitator.
Okay, what other areas? You can buy stocks, yeah. You can buy shares, you can buy stocks. Like I said, you can do crypto. How can you buy shares? I'm not teaching that. So you have to get a course. Go and get a course, go and learn. You can check work. If you don't have money to learn, you can watch YouTube videos. Everything is available for you on the internet. Or you can pay somebody that is an expert to learn from. So that's not part of what we're here to learn, because that is another decision on its own. Now you can buy shares. So it's just best to go and learn.
All right, thank you so much. So whoever asked that question, I think like two, three people have asked the question. So she's
How
literally
can you
telling
buy
you to,
shares?
yeah, she's literally telling you to engage her personally. So you can reach out to her on Instagram, on Twitter, such that you can pay to learn from her. Most times everything will not come to you free of charge, right? So there are some things that you need to sacrifice yourself, sacrifice your money, your time, such that at the end of the day you get vital information that is needed. If she tell you for free now, you might not pay attention to it and you just trade somewhere. So when you pay for it, you would know that your money has gone into something and you will take it very, very seriously. So we have another question here. How can I track my finance? And someone else is also asking, what's your IG handle? So I think you should give us your Instagram and Twitter handle such that people can follow you.
Okay, so my IG handle is the financial joy. You can just check on Twitter, just type the financial joy on IG, the financial joy. So that is it. And then I think somebody asked something else. How can I track my finances? There are different ways to track your finances. So you can do it the local way of just getting a book, getting a pen where you write everything you spend every day, everything you spend on your notes. If you have a notepad, yeah, you can do that also. If you have a notepad on your phone, just type in everything that you are spending, whatever you spend your money on, how much you are making, and then at the end of the month, you can calculate everything to know where exactly you have spent at the end of the month. And there is also a Google Sheet that helps. I'll try and look for it and probably send it later. There's a Google Sheet where you can also do this. And there are also apps. You can search online, just say finance app, tracking finance app. You see lots of apps that you can just download, and then from there you can just be putting in every of your expenses, and at the end of the month you'll be able to calculate if you are spent above your income or you are spent below your income, and know how much you are going to save and all those things.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the answers to that question. Someone is asking, can we have a practical class for investment in dollar
This,
using the platforms
I
you
don't know.
provide?
This is young leadership. This thing. Well, it depends on the founder and the team in YLE.
All right. So I think um, if the leadership come to a conclusion to have a practical class, it will really make sense for a lot of people because you know just talking about finance is not enough. But people seeing the actual thing, how it works and all those things will really, 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 really go a long way. So thank you so much, Joy INIOLUWA OLAJIDE. Thank you for your
Okay.
facilitation this morning. I'm sure that a lot of people have been blessed. I've been blessed myself. It's a privilege hearing you speak to us. So I think we've come to the end of our session. I would like to encourage each and every one of us to try as much as we can. The advanced leadership class is coming, and like she has said, I would like each and every one of us to ensure that we register um, for the advanced leadership class. It will be coming very, very soon. So it's an opportunity for you to also grow yourself and, not just based on the basic leadership class alone. The advanced class will be coming with a whole lot of, excitement, a whole lot of learning, a whole lot of practical stuffs. And so if you can afford yourself, and I'm sure that it's going to be coming for a very, very, very little token. So it's something that everybody can afford. I'm advising every one of us to try as much as we can to join the advanced leadership class. And for the task that we've been given, is let's try as much as we can to also get all our tasks done. We are having one more session tonight, time management by 8 p.m. You see, we really do not have a whole lot of us joining this morning session. So please, for those of us that have friends that have joined this session and this basic leadership class, I'd like you to also reach out to them that the class still continues in the evening, 8 p.m. We'll be taking the time management class. And I'm sure that it's going to be a very exciting session. So we've come to the end of this morning session. I would like to see you in the evening because I'll be the one taking the evening session also. So I think I know quite a number of people that have joined this morning. So I'd still like to see those set of people join again in the evening. So do have a wonderful day ahead, and God bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much for bringing me on board.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Good morning, ma. Is the class finished?
Yes, we are done. We are done. You can leave.
The class has ended. What do you need?
No, I just want to know because a call came in for me. So that was what happened. That cut me from the class, sir.
Oh, okay. The class just ended, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. God bless you.
Amen, sir. It was a great class, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. But then, sir, I'm sorry. Was there attendance?
The attendance will be posted.
Okay. All right, sir.
Thank
you, sir.
you.
you.